This week on the Beyond Worlds podcast, we have a chat about our trip to Comic-Con.
And the Gundam TCG, which we got to sample at Comic-Con. So come and join us.
In another world.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond Worlds podcast.
That's what
I'm
we're doing
Beyond
today. And I'm Steve. How are we doing today, buddy?
Yeah, other than forgetting how to speak, I'm good.
Good.
You got to keep those things in there, right? That's the part of the fun.
Oh, yeah. Who cares about bloopers? I talk fucked up all the time. So.
We got to see each other this time last week. What day is today? Yeah, Fridays. Time last week.
Yeah.
Feels like an age.
Yeah, I know. It does not feel like it was a week ago.
Not at all.
Much longer.
It
was an awesome day.
Yeah, we hit up Comic-Con. So we hinted it in the last episode, those who listened to all of our episodes.
Thank you, Belle.
Thank you, Belle. And others. There are other people there now.
I don't look at data and stats, Joe does.
I mean...
Thank you, others.
Yeah, both of you. Both of the others. But hey, whoever you are, we appreciate you. So yes, we went to Comic-Con. Stephen, for those who don't know, I mean, I'm sure everyone does, but what is MCM Comicon?
Comic-Con.
Yeah, but what? Okay, let's say my dad, who doesn't know what Comic-Con is.
It is MCM started as an anime game and video game convention, and then it got sort of bought by Comic-Con because it was the bigger one, and it's sort of taken over and it became Comic-Con around Europe and stuff. It's just a big hall full of dressed up people and stalls selling shit and talks, all about nerdy stuff.
Yeah, nailed it. I mean, that's what it is, right? Getting more and more commercial, I would say, each year.
Very much.
I felt a bit like, I don't know if you probably haven't, but the latest Wreck-It Ralph film, when he joins the internet and there's suddenly just like eBay and all these other things, and quite literally, that's what it was. I was just like, fuck, that's a lot of advertising.
That was a weird one. Like, eBay stage. I mean, I sort of get it, but...
Whatnot? It's just massive
so much space for something else, you know? But it's sponsorship money, I guess.
Yes. But again,
paid to put the shit on still.
It does just go to show that these conventions, because we'll get into it a bit more as we go on, but getting a bit less from the sort of small merchandise stuff and a lot more into like cards. Seems a lot of cards.
I still think merch is better still now. Like the trash that you used to get there, like was atrocious. Like, I mean, I won't lie, I've still got some freaking awesome t-shirts, but like the stuff that you would go and waste I'm talking about like when we were 16, 17, but like, stupid jewelry and stuff like that. I think the stuff's better now, but then back then I was looking for different stuff. So me now, I wouldn't want like weird cloud shoulder thingies and stuff like that.
That's fair.
I want Tumblr.
Well, we'll get onto the day next, but just seeing as you brought it up, listening back to last year's podcast and looking back at some photos, I did feel like Gunpla was kind of missing this year. Like we
didn't really look for it.
Oh,
we looked at the back. Like last year, this year time around Comic-Con was when we first like dived into it.
Yeah,
so we were like, "Well, let's find everything." But we didn't look all that hard. Like we didn't go up and down every row. Last time and the time before, we went up and down each row like 2 times.
Yes,
so we just wandered.
I also don't feel, although we did hunt last year, I don't feel we had to hunt. So like it was almost like the bigger stores weren't there this year. So like there was like London shops.
Yeah, the Dark Sphere.
I think that's
something like that.
Yeah, they gave us a card. places like that didn't seem to show up.
But maybe again that might. I suppose it'd be. I didn't really look on the map, to be honest. I went when I saw what they had at the Bandai store. I was like, oh, I mean, cool. I'm gonna get these ones. I'm not gonna spend more money than that.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I'll get these.
I think it is hard as well when Bandai are there and they're showing up like they do. It's going to be hard to compete with them, right? Because they're undercutting the prices.
No
I mean,
shipping. Don't have to buy 5 things to try and get no shipping. It's like, oh no, this one's awesome. I've never seen that online before. I've never even seen this kit before. Cool, let's get that.
Yeah.
And like the deal with the cheaper nippers and the reduced price base.
Yes, that was very good deals. So it was for every purchase you got £5 off nippers or half price base. I think it was
£5 off nippers and £3 off a action base.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty decent. Yeah, for sure.
I'm annoyed I missed it because I got really excited. I just grabbed a couple of small kits and right off the bat, and then we noticed all the discounts. I was like,
you were there and then you were gone. Like we got to that store. I think I was chatting to Belle, and then you were next to me, and then you weren't next to me. Then you were next to me again with boxes.
Okay. I remembered the first year I went. I specifically wanted the green Harrow, and I asked for it. And they're like, "Sorry, it sold out." So I was like, "I'm not messing around. I want it. So I know I want it. So I'm just gonna grab it." I should have waited.
Oh well.
To get back onto the talk of the con in general, what did you take of Friday, as opposed to going on another day?
It's so much nicer for an adult.
Yeah,
like there was space, wasn't stanky. Like at no point did I have to like squeeze and maneuver my body. I didn't really have to like. I know I don't have to worry about your baby, but I have to like look back and wonder if someone was gonna like dash into the pram. Like I felt more at ease and peaceful.
It was chill, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was. I'd definitely pick Friday again if I had the choice.
100%.
Obviously, work permitting. That's the only annoying thing about Fridays, which is also why Fridays are quieter. But yeah, I guess if there's signings and stuff, I'd imagine a lot of them would pick Saturday. Certain people being there, like I think David Tennant was there on the Saturday, things like that.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're into,
yeah, I had a look before. There were like some of the bigger ones that were coming. They were only there Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
and even Sunday, I can imagine they're there for like half time, not the whole day. It's like when we were there on the Friday, the Power Rangers were there like all day, but then other people rocked up, and then the queue started. I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
We'll make more wins.
Well, yeah, it's such a time and a place, and they've been around for long enough now. The Power Rangers. If people have wanted to see them, they probably have.
If you've gone to Comic-Con before, you've probably seen them at Comic-Con before, and if you wanted their role, you've probably got it. It's not going to change a few years different.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because we now do the book club, but I also noticed that there was a lot more like literary events sort of stuff. Like there was sit down readings and meet the author, and they were really centralized. I thought that was quite cool.
As far as I can remember, those sorts of things have happened.
Okay.
There's a lot of like creator stuff that goes on, but maybe it might have been a little bit more because it was a Friday, so we would schedule different stuff normally. From what I've seen on older like show panels, I guess.
But yeah, I thought, generally speaking, it was like leaps and bounds above. I guess if you're going for the atmosphere, then you'd want to go the Saturday, but I got enough atmosphere on the Friday. I don't need it all. I don't want people stepping on me. Or I don't want to have to two steps stop.
Yeah, I like the fact that nowhere will have run out of anything.
That was really good.
Like even down to like the food stalls. Because if you go on a Sunday, I can guarantee you a bunch of those places won't have their whole menu available because they won't have got the numbers right. Because you can't. Stuff like that.
Even
the Bandai, especially like some of the kits go. Like
they definitely do.
Your Harrow. I can imagine some of the nights, like the one I got. I can imagine maybe like set ones of those not sticking around for the whole weekend. Be quite popular. They were that was a little bit.
Yeah. So you did pick up. So I got 2 Harrows. That's easy. That's all I picked up. I was being very well behaved because Switch 2 comes out next week. I'm spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on it. So I was like, you can't buy more plastic when you're buying electronic plastic. But I still spent £14.
I'll buy plastic. I'll buy it instead.
Yeah, so I lived precariously through you, which was very hard. I really wanted every kit you bought, so I was like, "Oh, this was nice." I'll get it. I was like, "Yes." So what did you get?
It was so it's a 30-minute magic. I think they're called.
Yeah,
It didn't take me 30 minutes. It took me a couple of hours to do all of it. But yeah, it's a night. Yeah, I've got number 2, Rossian Knight.
and it's like a little Dark Souls dude, right?
Yeah, they're all knights. It's a basic human sort of figure, and it's got extra parts on it that you can equip as its armor, which are interchangeable. You can buy like upgrade kits. So from the Rossian Knight, it can become the Rossian Paladin or the Rossian Holy Knight, which is pretty sweet.
Very sweet.
And I think you sent me either a picture or a link to it, and it's only like a £5.
Yeah, it was 5-6 quid.
All right. Yeah. So I might get one of those because I do like him. But full armor would be cool. I like how posable he is. Actually, he's super posable. Like there's a lot of articulation in all the joints, and the arms are on a swivel too, so you can get some funky poses. When I saw it sat down on the box, I was like, "Yeah, all right, that's why I'm getting one. I want something sat down, cross-legged. It's cool."
Yeah, it's something that Gunpla can't do really.
I haven't tried. I imagine there's probably a few that could, like some of the newer stuff. Like, so I bet you an aerial could do it.
You think?
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's got wiggle parts out.
I don't think
it would look
as good.
Other shit falling off, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it would look as good as your knight. But you did get some kits as well.
Yeah, I got a ZGMF 1000 A1 Gunner Zaku Warrior Luna Maria Hawk Custom.
So it's clear Zaku, right? Clear red. Is that what it was?
It's an alternate Zaku. It's so Luna Maria Hawk one is, I think it's from Sea.
Okay.
Maybe? Or Sea Destiny. One of those ones that we haven't watched yet. But I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of clear kits, but seeing it built, I was like, oh shit, no, this one's cool.
It is very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I like the red, which might then lead me to liking the Sazabi more, but I prefer I don't know. I like it. It's just a kit. It doesn't do anything. It's so cool at the same time.
It was a fun build as well, right, Sazabi?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was parts of it were a pain in the ass, but I'm pretty sure most of the bits were a pain in the ass. This just doesn't move much. Put it on the shelf and doesn't really.
But hey, it's
massive.
It is massive. And to be fair, the Zaku you got is a decent size, isn't it? So I think it's
yeah. I was surprised, like seeing the model kit built. I was like, oh, it's nice. Normally Zaku's like short and fat.
Yeah,
it's tall and fat.
It will look very nice on the shelf, especially if you get some lights behind it.
It's got the nice like shoulder horn too, as well. Not the little spikes, big spikes.
God, I love some shoulder horn.
A build video of it as well. It looks really, really nice build.
Oh, so, cool.
I don't think it was a clear one. It was just a one, but same thing.
It's the same build, right?
Yeah.
But that wasn't the only thing we did at Bandai, was it?
No. We played card games.
We played the Gundam TCG.
Yes.
One of the first lot to try it.
Card game. No.
Oh yeah, the Gundam card game. Yeah. You got to get
sponsorship one day. Hey, who knows?
Oh god, could you imagine?
Let's just get it right forever, Maybe one day.
But yeah, so I think there were some beta events with a special beta kit. I don't know how many of them were in the UK. I didn't hear of any.
I think that was last year as well.
Yeah, but I was
From
looking
what I
last
saw,
year
it was
for
like,
them, and I couldn't find any.
might have been only certain stores.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
it's like the beta weekend thing that's coming up. It's only
Yes.
particular stores, and you got to know about it to look for it. You got to know where to look to find it.
Yeah,
It's not
'cause
something that's
I
easily
definitely was
available.
looking because I wanted the special beta kit because I thought that was really cool. And you get special boosters and stuff like that. But
Yes. People in the industry and gifts and people that
so
work
much
there,
gift.
and
We got to get in the industry. That'll be our goal, to get a free gift from Bandai. Come on, Bandai, help us out.
be an empty runner.
But we got quite a bit considering it was a free. Bandai are
Yeah,
very good at giving away stuff. I will give it
yeah.
to them.
Their budget for that shit is great.
Yeah.
To be fair though, if they're making it, then
Yeah, true.
we'll make 1% of the not even 1%, like a percent of the product that we make to distribute. We'll keep back and give to a few people.
And
And it's
at
still
the end
like,
of the day, it's card. So it's
yeah,
not. But yeah, so we got to play with some sample decks.
yeah. Got a big sample written on them, so can't sell them. But
You
definitely
can't sell them, can't play them in tournaments. Yeah. But I don't care.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Having sample decks is great.
Yeah. You got to have a Char deck, even though and you pulled out Char as well. You got to play Char, which was pretty cool.
That's the only reason I kept that hand. The opening hand I got was so trash. When he kept saying, "Oh, you should look for low cost stuff to start with," I was like, "Yeah, I've done like four draws now, and it's all 3, 4, 5." Like, oh, Char and Azaku. All right, cool. I can definitely get to 2.
No, it's a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, it's quicker than what I'm used to for playing card games, but I get used to it.
Yeah, there's certain bits I'm still not fully understanding on. I need to sit down with the rules and properly look through it, because it is kind of a little bit more One Piece in terms of the energy system, the resources. So in One Piece there's dons. So each turn you accrue energy, or dons. When in Gundam it's resources, isn't it?
Yeah.
So rather than in Magic where you have to play lands,
you
need them in your hand, you're just always going to have one, which is good because it means you're going to constantly ramp up each turn. Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. I'm not used to that sort of play style for card games. I played a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh and mostly Magic, so I don't know many other card games. I think I played one game of the One Piece card game. I played a little bit of the Final Fantasy one with Eddie. Other than Magic, I don't know a lot. So I'm looking forward to learning a card game as it releases.
Cool. And
see how we can do. Let's try enter a competition.
well, we'll get on to that then. But we were very lucky in the sense that our guy, luckily I don't remember his name, so that's good. And I don't want to get him in any sort of trouble. But at the end of our game, how it worked is each team of 2 got half a sample deck. So you either got red or white, which was like Char style or like Amaro style. And then if I wanted Char stuff, I can't. You've got that deck, and if you wanted the Amaro stuff, you can't. I just said at the end, is there any chance you could chuck us another deck? Because there was empty seats. People weren't turning up. Someone walked off and left his, and I just thought, why not shoot my shot?
Ask.
And he very kindly gave us all, gave us all the other part. So we've now got 2 sample decks each, and it means that we don't have to fight over them. Yeah.
We have the entire thing,
and which
got the resource card as well.
Yeah.
So now we've got 2 of the 3 promos.
Oh, is there 3?
Yeah, there's one more. I can't remember what it is, but I know there's one more.
Oh, how do you get the other one? Because now I'm going to be scratching. I'm gonna have to look at that.
I might be pulling this out my arse, and I've scrolled past something and then scrolled past something else, and those two things are combined in my brain. But I'm sure I've seen that there was the third one.
Be very interesting. What I'd hope is it would be another event which potentially we'll go to, so that would be really cool. But yeah, so we've got that resource card. As you said, we've got the two out of the possible three, maybe. It's a nice card, and the nice fun thing about resources, you can use them all the time. Whether or not we'll ever use this card,
that was an EX resource. I think those ones that we've
got. Oh yeah.
So it's that. I don't know if this is like One Piece. Do you get that EX, the extra resource for going second?
See, I haven't played enough of One Piece to even remember. It's been I collect more than play One Piece.
So if you go second, you start with an extra resource on the board, but it's a one-use one. So you use it and it's gone. So
which is a nice thing for going second, right?
It allowed me to bring out Char and Hizaku. So
yeah.
Cool with that?
I'm trying to. Well, yeah. So, but the only reason that you ended up, well, you didn't really lose or win. We were playing a practice game, so I don't really see it as a win or lose situation. But technically, on paper, I would have won. But it's only because as well you were playing a card that, in order to play it, meant that you lost like one of your prizes every time.
Oh yeah, I kept losing shields. But
which
card advantage.
Yeah,
it was a risk I was willing to take. I was like, okay, come on, give me it was giving me an extra draw.
Oh, so I didn't realize that.
No, yeah, the shield was going to my hand.
Oh, I thought you were having to trash it.
No.
Because I was like, this is shit. Why is he doing this? I thought you were playing by accident to begin with. I was like, what the fuck?
Then I had a base.
So yeah, I'm not sure what the tokens are for because I didn't get to use any of my other tokens. But you
so like one of mine when you destroyed my Char Zaku, it tells you to put a token Zaku on the field. So there would have been cards that used them. We didn't get to.
I just didn't get to any because you don't have life points. You have shields. Any sort of damage to a human or to a person takes them out. The thing I get confused about is you can aim for either like when it comes to blocking, unless you have blocking on the card, you can't block. So that one's a bit funky.
I mean, it makes sense to a degree. I mean, I don't know a lot of game theory, but I think it sort of makes sense. You can, because you direct attackers, you know. So like, I would be you could attack rested stuff, but you can't attack unrested stuff because if you're gonna then attack, you'd attack the person's face to try and get rid of the shield. Because a faster paced game, I don't know about how much Pokemon you played recently compared to how much Magic you play. Like we used to slow setups and building, whereas this is like, no, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, Magic. It's not a setup slowly sort of thing. It seems to be very.
We never played it 1v1, so it was a much slower game as well. As this probably does set up for like best of fives, best of threes, best of fives. Because it probably isn't made for multiplayer. Not multi-multiplayer.
Not much more. No. I'd be interested to see how that would play out as well. I have no idea. But we
double shields. That'd be weird.
Double shields.
Attack on no one can attack first turn.
Multiple resources. But there is also another event that you found. So to just come out of Comicon for a second, but to stick on the Gundam TCG, which is
Gundam card game beta surprise special party weekend. It's not that, but it's close. It's having a Spellbound Games, which I've never been to.
No, I haven't.
It's a little bit south of the river. Yeah, looks fun. It's a like lottery draw to participate. So fingers crossed.
He's frozen.
Oh no!
Oh, I can hear you though.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. So maybe we might get to play again.
Yeah, well, oh yeah, it might because it's a lottery, isn't it? So they're using the lottery system.
We're under the number of participants still. So.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It would be really unlucky to not get picked. The chances are much higher that you'll get picked, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 weeks till it happens.
And they can't do the lottery like the day before, surely.
No.
It's got to be like a week or so, so it can't be too.
Yeah, I mean,
too
it doesn't
far
say
along.
a closing date, but.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
I know I'm off that day.
Yeah, I'm off Saturdays, but I'll have to get a ticket. I'll get a last minute anyway. But come up. I always get confused. Come down to London for the day. So yeah, and potentially packs if you win. By the sounds of it, it's like tournament style.
Yeah, it's
packs giving away.
Yeah, which hopefully I'm thinking they're maybe not pre-release kits, but there'll be deck building kits.
Yeah,
hopefully, which would be super sweet. So they're sold out of the booster boxes.
Oh really?
Mm.
Huh.
The decks they've got in stock, but the booster boxes out.
Well, I did find it funny that in order to apply to get into the lottery to go to this thing, you had to answer some weird questions about how much you're going to buy.
Spend.
I was like, all of it? I'll buy everything if that's going to get me.
I tried to make it somewhat believable. I'm not buying everything.
Yeah, like, I'm not buying cases. Get fucked. But I'll buy some boxes.
Sorry. I will think about making those large purchases if you give me lots of free things on the first time.
But it's not even. They're not even for sale at the event anyway. It doesn't go for sale till July. So
yeah.
So an odd.
To be fair, it's super cheap as well. It's only a £5.
Yeah,
which
that
makes me think that maybe they might just have. It might just be cracking boxes.
God.
Because if it comes from Bandai, because Bandai specifically picked this store.
Yeah.
All the stores that this is happening at, they've specifically picked. There's only 2 happening in the UK. There's one in London and one in Birmingham.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's not happening everywhere.
Crikey.
Yeah. On the card games website, it says about we picked locations that have got high interest in this for this event to take place. So,
well, I am very curious.
I know it says there's not going to be any beta stuff given away. I definitely think that's a lie.
Oh, I don't think there'll be any beta stuff given away, because what they're referring to specifically is that beta deck that came out last year or whatever. That's what I think they're talking about, and they're saying like that's done, but you might get cards.
I wonder if that. Well, yeah, it says there'll be kits and other stuff.
So I think you'll get, instead of our sample things, I think you'll get actual.
I'm hoping I'm hoping it'll be like a Magic pre-release kit sort of thing. So it'll be a little box of like 4 or 5 seal packs.
For a £5, that'd be crazy. But
Draw my pipe, man. I mean, it's not happening for many people when you think about the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and as we said, they gave away stuff at con. They gave away cards at the movie. They're trying to push this card game.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to lose a bit of money to begin with to get hype for a card game, because otherwise, how are people going to buy in? Do you know what I mean?
I wonder if these stuff will be like first edition. Because if it's first edition, definitely not opening that fucking box.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm sorry, I can't play today. I'm just gonna thank you.
Yeah, fine.
I've got my sample deck. Can I use this?
The Flesh and Blood card game, the first editions of that went for insane prices. Like single cards were hitting the thousands, like regular.
Jesus.
They were doing like these weird, crazy foilings on the first runs of cards that were like super duper duper rare. I was seeing cards on eBay for like 4 or 5 grand.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, if the Gundam TCG does kick off, that card, I mean, bear in mind how small it is right now. The value of the card that we got from the screening, that's at the level it is now. If that was to kick off, that card will only increase. I mean, it might, if the card game goes nowhere, that will plummet. But if it picks up,
it will still be scarcity sort of thing. And I don't know why. I don't know. English printings of cards always sell for like higher than foreign language printings. So like, Japanese, well, maybe not Pokemon. I don't know about Pokemon, but I know the Magic cards, same print in UK and other countries. UK price far outstrips for some reason.
Maybe the original price is more. I'm not sure.
Now, though, I haven't looked in a year.
I feel like you're right. I feel like that makes sense to me anyway. I'm not out here going, that doesn't sound right to me. It does sound very right.
I know I've seen, because boxes go like weirdly. It's Russian, so people might not like seeing Russian cards, but like Russian and Japanese boxes on like bulk buying websites that I've checked out. They was like, it wasn't astronomically cheap. I'm not saying it was like half the price. So it'd be like a good 80% of what retail of a box is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still the card, just different type.
I don't know. I've always liked English text cards myself because I understand them. So and I like to play the majority of card games. I like the idea of playing. I would play One Piece if you start playing it, for example. But as it stands, I collect it because that's just where I'm at with it. But yeah, the gun. I'm so excited to play Gundam with you, and I think we can get Ken into it. I think we can. I'm positive we'll get him in as well. I mean, it's Mexus,
and he'll never know our plan because he won't ever. We can just plan it on the podcast, and he never listens.
Never listens. So. That was the joke. He's on it, and he never listens to it.
It'd be funny if he was the second person that actually always listens and just never said anything.
Yeah, could you imagine? And then we always just cuss him out.
Yeah.
Nah, we love Ken.
Love you,
we
Ken,
love you.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. But we do. That's the funny thing. Yeah. So, would you go to Comic-Con again in October? Do you think?
Yeah.
This year.
If I've got that weekend off, schedule permitting, I would.
Yeah. It's a fun weekend, isn't it? It's just something to do.
Out. You know, I mean, being inside. I mean, it's not like we're outside for particularly long anyway. It's just a couple of cigarette breaks. So. And inside a bit more, so it'll be a bit chillier, but it'll still be a good day out. There'll still be exclusive stuff. There'll still be free stuff to find. It might be maybe because it was summer, it was more event based than salesy based. So
yeah,
maybe in the October one there'll be more selling stalls, letting the places up again.
And come October, the Switch will be well out, so I'll have more money by then.
You can buy some toys.
Yeah, I can buy some plastic. And there you go. That'll also be an aim. I've got an aim to try and get some of these kits I already have built. Fill these shelves up behind me. Get more kits built by October, so that I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, I'm looking up. I've got a little shelf for my backlog now, and it is almost full. So I was like, shit, man, I really should start.
Well, you've been building.
Yeah. I still have to do the backpack of Master Gundam. I basically fell asleep in my chair about a half hour after I said I was going to finish it. I was playing games as well. Where am I?
Who am I? Where am I? What's happening?
I'm definitely not building Gundam.
Well, I finally did after the weekend get round to building my stand. But then I got really overwhelmed when it came time to fix a figure to it. And I was like, I can't remember how to, what? So it's for my ashtrays, the babies I bought it. I just can't remember how to put it in. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. I'll use the next kit I build can have a stand because then I'll remember where the butthole is.
Yeah, I've got another one in my box. Well, one of my boxes full of Gundams somewhere. But it's nice to have one that I don't have to search for a moving box.
Yeah. Well, I would put it off for so long because it looked so complicated, and it really wasn't.
Yeah, they're not, are they?
No, what's complicated is because there are so many fittings, and so it's like there's actually only 2 or 3 steps. Then depending on how you want to fit it, there's like 10 odd fittings for it. I was like,
that you can use.
Oh god, that's a lot.
So I like the simple stands. It's just like arm, couple of little levers.
Yeah.
This one doesn't move. You just plug that shit in and it's stuck.
Yeah, that's probably what I should have gone for. But these ones that we got, well, I had previously and you got this time. When I built it, I did realise that what's cool is it's got a weapon stand as well. So it's a stand for the figure, and then it comes with a weapon stand, so they can pose with the weapon and things like this. So
sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's more for a display.
Yeah.
Like the ones I've got, they're not
Stand up.
specifically for, but I think they're for just like flying Gundams.
Yeah.
Gundams with wings. So that's why I had my MG EX and my wing Bakar on, because they're just big and sturdy, and I just want something to look like they're flying.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it feels like you could. I've seen on the picture of it, it's got like 2 Gundam. It's got a Zaku and a Grandpa.
Yeah.
Sort of fighting or doing what they're doing. So it's cool for a display purpose, having a bit more surface area.
No, it is very cool.
See.
Oh, wicked. Well, next episode. I mean, first off, is there any more you'd want to chat about Comic-Con?
Man,
I think we've covered much
else. So we just then hung out with your baby.
Yeah,
I decided to do what she wanted to do.
It's pretty awesome. I will say I did feel like I hunted a little bit for it, and again, I just didn't see hardly any, and that was video game stuff. I do feel like that's becoming less and less popular at Comic-Con than it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, considering like when I first went to Comic-Con, Capcom had a tent there for like pretty much every year dedicated to Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
like you used to see a lot of game exhibitions, and the only ones I really saw were at the Bandai store for Night Rain.
Yeah,
and they might have letting people play some Dragon Ball or something.
Yeah, there was like Sparkings, some older Bandai games.
Yeah, but there's like nothing else.
No,
that was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, it used to be very much like a gaming centric thing. I felt like that.
No, that was definitely.
Yeah, so that's sad. But again, things evolve, things change. I'm very happy at just how much of a presence Bandai have, because I freaking love Bandai. I'm a Bandai whore, so I will suckle on the teat of Bandai all day long.
It was nice, like seeing. I like the stalls, like the ones that were right at the back. You remember the one that had the Crazy Wing Gundam on the purple one?
Oh yeah.
I always like those stalls because they got a lot of variety. That's the one where that area was where you found those controllers.
Yes.
And they had the cool like deconstructed ones as well above them, didn't they? In
yeah. Deconstructed Game Boys and things like that. I've seen them online, and I'd love it's just. I also hate the fact that there's a dead Game Boy up there. I kind of want to put it back together and see if I get it working. Yeah, I think it's a fun event for those who go. You know what we're talking about. It's nothing new to you. But I would recommend Friday. If you haven't tried it, try it. Especially for the older fan out there.
If your knees are gonna hurt, go on a Friday.
Oh, and we left at about 4:30. I was asleep at 7. That's the honest truth. I laid down with Bowie, got napped, and I was out. I was out before she was, I think. It was, yeah, I was exhausted.
She was such a good girl that day.
She was. She is. Yeah. She's an angel. She got a bit psychopathic at one point when she saw some comics and some beanbags. But I think all 1.5-year-olds do get a bit psychopathic.
The beanbags are like all different colours, and they're beanbags. Like you jump on it and you think you're gonna be able to sit, but then you just go into it. You know, I understand. And to be fair, I did drop her onto a few of them.
Oh, dude, you're always so good with her. You're massively appreciated. So, thank you. Well, we may be moving up our Beyond Worlds book club on the next episode. There's potential.
Yeah, because it's a real short book.
It's very short. I read it, in fact, the day after you told me about it. So I started reading it the day of the book club. The day we did our last Beyond Worlds book club. So, what, 2 weeks ago now? A week ago?
Yeah.
God, it's only again. That was a week ago.
Yeah. Shit.
I read that book a week ago, and then by the next day I'd finished it, and I really want to read more of them. And I was moaning at you at Comic-Con about how tricky it is to get these on Kindle now and blah blah blah, because it's very much the start of the story, but a very good story. So we're thinking we'll just pull that up. So those of you who haven't read it yet, read it now.
Honestly, if you've got an afternoon, it will take you about 4 hours at very, very most if you're reading very slowly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure, because I'm only reading like 5 minutes at a time, my Kindle the entire time and said you've got an hour and a half left in this time. Like, come on. You can do it. I believe
it's very good.
It's free. Oh, wait, it's not if you don't have Kindle Unlimited, but it's free if you do.
Yeah. Get a trial of Kindle Unlimited. Have a read of it.
Yeah, it'd be like 99p.
And again, if you haven't done our book club before, do it now because it's a very short book and you can join in next week. And
it's
that
a
also,
fun read as well.
Yeah, it's a very fun read. Gives us more time for the next book club. So we can read more books this year. So
yeah. I've got to figure out what my next. Oh no, actually, I've got to figure out what my next book is.
I've got one lined up, so we'll see.
Yeah, you said you got like 4 lined up though.
Yeah, I'm quite excited.
I'm gonna do some thinking.
Yeah, it took me a while. I had no idea, and then out of nowhere, I was like, bang, 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 3 that I want to read. So I'm pretty set for the rest of the year, I think.
I want to do something big, but I don't want to do something too big because then it will take like 6-8 weeks to read.
Oh yeah, we've got to get it done within 4.
I like big books.
Got to get it done within 4.
Find some small books.
Yeah. So join us next week for that, and then we'll get round to finishing some more games to do some deep dives into video games. So yeah.
Where there might be some smoking 6 style soon.
Some smoking 6 to what?
Some smoking 6 style.
Yeah.
Style.
Heck yeah. Until next time, I've been Beyond Joe.
I'm still Stephen on a Friday at the end of the show.
Thank you for joining us.
In another.